Okay. So I had to wait for some time because people are joining and they have requested me to wait for some time once again. And sorry for the technical issues which we have faced. So we are going to speak about those 4 topics. That is how to prepare yourself as a skilled or competent person to make career into pharma, NUTRA or the medical devices industry. How to grab different jobs available in the market. How to select a career path and meet your aspirations. And how to acquire online knowledge into life science, NUTRA and other sectors. So the first thing after your graduation comes to your mind, that is a big question. Now what? I mean, what do I do after the graduation of BSc, MSc, B.Pharm, M.Pharm, Biotech, or whatever in whichever field you might have selected? So that is a big question. So after BSc, we since there are participants from life science, pharma, biotech, and different sectors. So we have covered all the jobs available in this program. So let us talk about BSc. After BSc, what choices you have left with? Like after BSc, either you can go for MSc, MSc with biochemistry, applied chemistry, organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, industrial chemistry, or integrated MSc chemistry. So you have to select based on your career and your own capability. So for IIT JAM and JEST, you have to give for the entrance exams. So now if you want to ask in-depth knowledge about what is this IIT JAM or JEST and how do I select this path, so there will be a separate session for the life science, pharmaceutical and biotech and medical device people. Because in this session, we are going to cover how to grab the job opportunity during the COVID and the post-COVID, and how you have to skill yourself so that whatever jobs available in the market, you should grab it. Okay. So the next question come to your mind after graduation. First thing is, do I go to post-graduation? Then can I go to abroad or stay back to India? So here I would suggest everyone to be proud of our India, because being an Indian, I am also a very patriotic person. I love my India, and everyone should love our India. India जैसा कहीं कुछ भी नहीं है, and I can speak in Hindi, English, and Marathi, and those who are unable to speak those 3 languages, I will be really unable to answer you. But these are the popular languages. Hindi is our Rashtra Bhasha, and you can express your thoughts in a very well mannered if you are unable to speak in English or any other language. So coming back to India, you should be aware of the facts about India.
Hello.
So as I said, we love
Hello.
India. Why? Because there are so many amazing things in India. So 10 amazing facts. Like 38% of doctors in USA belongs to our India, and 12% of scientists in USA are Indians. Then NASA scientists, there are 36% of NASA scientists are from India. 34% is the Microsoft employees, IBM employees, Intel, Xerox employees. So many good things, and you should be aware of and really proud of our India. We are the world's largest democracy, world's 4th largest economy, and the very good speaking, the largest English speaking nation in the world.
Can you hear me?
So we have so many languages, though the English Hindi is the most popular language which we find. So amongst top 10 English speaking countries, India also falls. So just see, out of USA, Philippines, Nigeria, Canada, Italy, Australia, Germany, and so many countries, and India is also part of this, top 10 English speaking countries. So many people would think about the graduation, why to settle down in either USA, Canada, Australia, UK, Germany. Why? Because the English is a preferred language in all those countries. You cannot go to other countries wherein, English will not be spoken language. Say, for example, France, the French, the Germany, The Russia, you have to speak Russia. In Germany also, you have to go for German language. There are levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the factors which you have to consider when you think about going abroad and settling down. Then there are a couple of questions coming to your mind after graduation, that can I get a government job after passing BSc in physics or BSc in chemistry, or what do I do after the graduation in BSc? So there are lots of opportunity. You can go for the further study, but apart from that, you can either go to the civil services exam, Indian Forest Services. You can also become a government teacher in chemistry,
No, no,
wherein you
ma,
can
what you
teach
do now?
11th and 12th
See,
students.
now I
So
enter,
there
enter,
are so
now
many
enter username
opportunities
password.
available, but many people are
Username
not
password you
aware.
enter.
Then you can go
You
for
enter the
B.Ed.
username password,
B.Ed, and after
and we
B.Ed
can
is a
make changes.
mandatory for the BSc physics or the chemistry to become a government teacher. Then you can become a lecturer in private junior colleges or the teacher in private schools. Then you can get a job in industries that manufacture fertilizers, seeds. You can also become a private teacher in chemistry. Then BSc Physics graduates can pursue some MTech courses like material science, engineering, nanotechnology. You can pursue MCA after BSc Physics, Chemistry. However, you must have studied mathematics as one of the subject in class 12, which will be eligibility criteria for you to select this career. Then chemistry candidate can work as a laboratory assistant, public services commission, then lab technician, demonstrator, medical data entry operator, Institute of Nanoscience and Technology. So there are very good offers, when you select these different kinds of job roles in your career. And on the right hand side, we have given the average starting salary. It's not a fixed, but it is an average starting salary per annum. So after discussion of BSc, the life science graduation, we come to B Pharmacy. So B Pharm is popular, degree given to the pharmacists, those who are willing to make career in pharmacy, the pharma sector, or the NUTRA, or the medical device. B Pharm is the best choice, and you can get through. There are so many colleges which are offering B Pharm courses. And Shiva Institute of Pharmacy is one of the popular college in Himachal Pradesh, Bilaspur. And we'll talk about the same, what are their offerings and all. So after BPharm, you can go for GPAC, MPharm, CSIR, TIFR, Manipal, BITSAT, NIPER. There are so many avenues available after graduation in pharmacy. So GRF is a Junior Research Fellowship, SRF, so all the full forms are given. And don't worry, don't write anything. This slide or this deck, I'm going to share with you all guys. Just listen to me carefully. And if you have any question, you can write in a chat box. So at the end of the presentation, we will have a question and answer session. Then those who are willing to make career in education or the university, those can also work as a lecturer. Then they can go forward with the assistant professor, with M Pharmacy, associate professor, professor, university professor, dean, and chancellor. So here also you will see huge scope in the university because lots of colleges are offering the job. But here again, I would suggest you to go for this area only if you have certain kind of exposure, industry experience, because you are going to teach someone freshers or undergraduate people in pharma industry, and if you don't have the practical knowledge or awareness of the industry, how do they work, how you are going to share your knowledge with our pharma buddies. So that is the main thing which you have to evaluate yourself and join such such type of university as a lecturer or assistant professor. Then I have seen many people go for PhD or the master's degree, right? So PhD takes 5 to 7 years to complete, then the fellowship, assistant, research oriented. But I have seen the PhD is just taken for the getting to call yourself as a doctor. Okay, and this is a serious thing which I have observed. Because see, PhD is something the person should have keen interest in the research in the subject where he want to really go for research and do his award his PhD, and he should have means very much love about the subject and passionate about the his research or his study. And there are so many things to select a PhD. It's not that PhD is to be selected just for the namesake and getting yourself called as a doctor. But you could see more than 50% people, go for PhD just for the namesake and for getting promotion in the industry. So ask this question to yourself, why should I go for further studies, first of all? Then what subject area am I really passionate about? Do I really have that patience, perseverance, and the practical knowledge for research? Would I really have financial stability in future after PhD through a job in academia or industry? Would I still be considered as a fresher to an industry job even after PhD? Would my family and parents support me during the hard times of my PhD in future? Would the world recognize my contribution and services to the humanity through my research? So these are the basic questions should be asked yourself before opting for PhD. Because PhD is not so easy. You have to spend 5 to 7 years, and you have to really work hard towards getting that PhD award, right? And at the same time, you have to think about your family, if the dependent, your brother, sister, or there who are dependent on you. So you have to check for your financial stability as well. Otherwise, I would suggest you to, after B.Pharm, you go for M.Pharm and get into job. And once you get into job, you get the experience, the desired experience, and at the same time you can join a lecturership, and during lecturership many people goes for the PhD. So this is the possible route which you can opt for. Then there are 10 important criteria when choosing your masters abroad. So when you are really serious about abroad now due to COVID pandemics, all the roads are blocked. So you have to seriously think about whether you want to go for abroad or not. Better you stay back to India, and India is the best country wherein you can get all kind of education and all kind of job. Only thing you have to take a proper advice. You can counsel yourself through the career counselor. We are also career counselor. And if you have any question, if you want to meet us personally, if you want to chat with us personally, you are welcome. So before going abroad, you have to ask 10 questions to yourself. That is what you are interested in. Do you have the necessary prerequisites? What can be useful for your future career? Language skills. Like I said, Russia, if you want to go to Russia, China, language is the biggest barrier. Then is there any scholarship possibility? Financial consideration, because I have seen people spend 40 lakhs to enter into this USA, right? So getting visa, accommodation, and then it's become very tough, those who are studying abroad. I've seen so many students struggling to get job after completing their MS in USA or UK. Then you have to see the reputation of the university. Will your qualification be transferable? Then the same qualification will be transferable. What does it mean? The MS in pharma or MS in RA done in US or abroad, wherever, in whichever country, would that knowledge be transferable in India if tomorrow if you want to shift to India or Dubai or wherever? So that you have to see. These all important questions you have to ask to yourself. What can complement your bachelor's degree? And weather and climate. So many people are, resistant to cold weather. So if you go to Russia or any part of the world where the temperature is the major concern, Canada, so you can see sometimes the temperature goes to -2 degrees. So how you are going to, survive? So these all climatic, weather, everything you have to choose wisely before you think about going abroad. Then this is a pharma tree wherein you have to several job opportunities. You can work in R&D, you can work in production, then quality assurance, quality control, drug regulatory affairs, packaging technology, research and development, hospital pharmacy, community pharmacy, academics, marketing, government jobs, chemical shop, and so many. So we will discuss in future, like if you have any queries regarding particular job, say for example, regulatory affairs, marketing or anything, we will discuss it further. And these are the approximate ballpark price, the salary we have covered under the research and development, production and marketing department. You can see there are so many job roles available in research and department and production and marketing, like QA, QC, formulation, R&D, drug design, analytical method development, validation, regulatory, then pharmacology, sales executive, nutritional. So many jobs are available. Then there are government jobs are also available, which many of you are not aware of, right? So hospital, you can go for hospital pharmacy, railway pharmacy, government analyst, government forest lab, drug inspector. So drug inspector is a popular, opportunity wherein people would like to go for. So there are various websites I have included only for your reference where the jobs available and other government jobs are available. You can browse through link and explore yourself. So let us talk about the industry now, how this industry works and what is the difference between pharmaceutical, nutraceutical and medical devices. So as you know, pharmaceutical industry is the very popular one and everybody is aware of and everybody is willing to work in pharma industry in their career. So Indian pharma is a third position in world in terms of volume and 14th in terms of. So currently we are exporting the drug in more than 200 countries. So if you see, there are more than 200 plants are USFDA approved. India is the largest provider of generic drugs globally. So global market is huge for us. If you see, most of the pharmaceutical companies are focusing in regulated and semi-regulated markets and the great potential opportunity to pharmacy and science graduate in the field of regulatory affairs and the regulatory operation. What do you mean by regulatory operation? Regulatory operation means the people working with eCTD, CTD, where the software are required. Then RI is a regulatory intelligence. RIMS means RIMS, that is regulatory information management system. So there is an increase in demand of such kind of professional, and there is increase in 500% during last 5 years. And you can see many of them have started providing services like BPO, KPO, CROs, and they are hiring all regulatory publishers, then medical writers, then scientific writer. There are so many positions open in the BPOs and KPOs. So this pharmaceutical sector is a huge, and till now, like February, last year, 2019, it has reached up to $19.14 billion. And India's biotechnology industry comprising biopharmaceuticals, bioservices, bioagriculture, bioindustry, and bioinformatics, which is expected to grow at an average rate of around 30% a year and reach $100 billion by 2025. So within 5 years, you will see the changes in pharmaceutical industry. Why this industry growth is prevalent? Because of the cost efficiency, economic drivers, policy support, and increasing investment. You must have seen our Indian government's Pharma Vision 2020, which aims to make in India. So to make in India concept, everybody is working towards, the biological, Ayush, herbal, nutraceuticals. So there are lots of opportunity. You might have seen so many medical hub, API hubs are coming up in Hyderabad, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh. So there is tremendous scope to grab the opportunity in these various sectors. So you can see this chart which shows about the global drug market for the top segment series like anti-diabetic, antivirus, antihypertensive, and so other category of the drugs and percentage of the API API manufacturing facilities for all drugs by the country or the region. So this whole world is divided into the regulated and the semi-regulated market, and semi-regulated market is also commonly called it as ROW, that is rest of the world market. So these are the top 10 worldwide companies. You can say Pfizer is always on the top, then Pfizer, Roche, Novartis, Johnson & Johnson, Sanofi, Merck, Abbott, Amgen, GSK. So these are all top 10 companies worldwide. Then there are top 10 Indian companies as well, which you should be aware of. You might have heard names of Cipla, Dr. Reddy's, Lupin, Sun Pharma, Torrent, and so many. So you can Google, you will find out top 10 companies in India. So after B.Pharm, you can go for either M.Pharm or MBA, or you can go for the abroad for doing MS in pharmacy. So let us discuss in detail about the drug inspectors roles and how much salary is offered. Because this job is usually found in the government sector, and it has its own advantages. So it will be necessary to sit one on the national level and the state level recruitment exams such as SSC, UPSC, PSC, or others. And if you are really like out of these joinees, if you are really willing to go for a drug inspector, we have a separate course and we guide you how to appear for the exam, how to study and become a drug inspector. So we will guide you further, and those who are interested for the drug inspector can contact us separately. Then pharmacist. So anyone can go for after degree for a government sector and where you can appointed as a pharmacist in a central government hospitals or state or railway hospitals. So the package is good. The salary offered for the central run hospital or railways, like it starts from 45,000 to 55,000. In earlier days, D.Pharm also used to hire. So many people who offer this D.Pharm degree can also apply for this position of a pharmacist. And the recruitment will be at the national or the state level exams if you want to go for government job. Otherwise, private sector is also there, wherein you can give your pharmacist license and work there for 8 hours. Generally 24 hours pharmacy like Apollo and all Health Spring are working. There you can get a good job as a pharmacist. Then pharmaceutical marketing and sales representative. This is another career opportunity, and those who are having really good skill in convincing ability and selling ability can go for this marketing. But B.Pharm with MBA will be most preferable so that you can get a very good salary, very good package. And here you have to really work hard to sell the company's product. You have to understand the pharmacology of the product, then the medical marketing, and everything should be understood by a person who are willing to make career in pharmaceutical marketing or the sales marketing. Then the quality control and the production is again a very important portfolio wherein you have to really work hard in day-to-day life when the productions are going on, the routine analysis, sampling, and so many things you have to understand and skill yourself. Not only that, you have to skill yourself to become a competent on different instruments. You have to perform chemical analysis, physical analysis, then the instrumental analysis. Then there are microbiologists. So there are various skills to be acquired to work in a quality control or the production department. Then medical underwriting or the medical coding. There are so these jobs are really for the medical scribes or the medical coder, medical transcriptor. And here you have to check medical insurance related information, or in short, we as well write some kind of medical document. And in this field of industry, knowledge of pharmacology, understanding of different medical terminology, and other medical related knowledge are crucial to this job. And this job is also good, and lots of opportunities are available if people are willing to make career in medical coding. Then last but not the least, you can always start your own pharmacy, the own business or the self-employment, or setting up of your own drug store, medical store, or even a company. So anyone who would like to start their own company, also we can guide, because we are working as a consultant, auditor, and trainers uh, since last 29 years. So if you, any one of you are willing to, start your own firm or the own API intermediate or any manufacturing unit, do let us know. There is a huge opportunity under MSCB, and government also giving some subsidies, so you can go forward with this. Then this is a good feature of pharmacy. Pharmacists play a major role in the overall healthcare management, and how now is the time of new age pharmacy industry. So with scientists doing more research than before to predict health issues, the pharmacy sector is also moving from being traditional to highly technology driven. So today, if you see, lots of people are again going to back to R&D and all, because lots of opportunities are there for the research, research and engineering. And these are highly rewarding job, because research as a profession, for those who want to transform tomorrow's technologies and want to create life-changing technologies. Now, due to COVID, you might have seen lots of clinical trials are being conducted across the globe, and lots of kit you must have seen rapid. So lots of research going on in pharma in devices industry. So what are the 10 skills required to acquire a very good job as a R&D scientist? So these are the 10 points I have brought together for you. That is ability to handle large data sets and perform high level of data analysis. Why it makes sense? Because if you see, R&D scientist has to research, has to go for research. So he should be aware of all the predicted earlier, and the future planning. So the data science and the bioinformatics jobs are very, very important, because you have to work as a scientist and with a massive amount of the genetic, genomics, clinical data, and so on. So on what project you are working, you have to study well in and out of that project, therapeutic activity, and the different pathways to take this research ahead till you become a successful scientist. Then you have to become analytical thinker and critical problem solver. Then you have to be targets. Then know when to leadership quality. You should have a very good leadership quality. This is an important job as a QA chemist, in the pharma industry. So you must have heard about the quality, safety, and efficacy. These are the three parameters which are important in pharma, medical device, or very, very important. Each industry, there are opportunities where but what you be a competent person, because you have to have the quality and the due diligence skill, then you have to have the then how to do the inspection, mock inspection, then some part of pharmacovigilance, some part of quality management system, GLP audit, GCP audit. So QA people are hired not only in pharma, so it is hired in pharmacovigilance, clinical research, everywhere. So if you have any doubt, any question, please write it in the chat box, and then we will take this at the end of the session. Then there is a popular job, and various roles are, job roles are available in regulatory affairs. As I said, regulatory affair professionals should have thorough knowledge about the rules and regulations. I mean to say country-specific rules and regulations. So there are 257 countries in this world, and this world is divided into regulated and semi-regulated market. And if you are willing to make career, you have to understand the roles and responsibility of regulatory affairs professional. As per their country specific requirement to register product in India, so they should have thorough knowledge about Indian Design Cosmetic Act 1940, Rules 1945 for US FDA, then US FDA Rules Regulation 21 CFR Part, CEDAR knowledge, Europe, then country specific rules regulations side. So you have to deal with all these stakeholders to get all the data compiled at one place, either in CTD, eCTD format. CTD is a common technical dossier, eCTD is electronic common technical dossier. Then ACTD is the Asian Common Technical Document. These for document, not the dossier, but ideal term would have been dossier. So in this case, what we have to do, we have to compile the dossier in CTD format, which comprises of module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have our own CTD software. We skill them, give hands-on training, and we place them in industry. So lots of job opportunities available in regulatory affairs department, in BPO, KPO, pharmaceutical, nutraceutical, medical devices, everywhere you will see regulatory people are required, right from the drug development stage, product development stage, then the product lifecycle management, post-marketing surveillance, everywhere regulatory people are hired. So this job becomes, very popular during last 5 years. Before 5 years, there were people, means pharmacists or the life science graduates were not aware of this job opportunity and what kind of skills required to become a regulatory professional. So if you still have any queries regarding this job opportunity, I'm the global regulatory expert. You can contact me separately. Now we have covered pharmaceutical for the BSc, MSc, and all other people how to grab the opportunity in different areas. Now let us walk through about nutraceutical. So nutraceutical is also very popular segment coming up, and during last 5 years you must have seen lots of changes happening, and people are moving towards from allopathy to naturopathy. You know, the natural remedies or the foods. So that is the nutraceutical. So let us understand first the difference between the pharmaceutical and nutraceutical. These terms, the nutraceutical is a combination of these two words, that is nutrition and pharmaceutical, which is coined in 1989 by Stephen T. Pellis. And this phrase is applied to products that range from isolated nutrients, dietary supplements, and herbal products, specific diets and processed foods such as cereals, soups, and beverages. So I hope everybody love all these cereals, soups, and beverages. So the philosophy behind the nutraceutical is focus on prevention. You know, according to saying what, let food be your medicine. So we always talk the prevention is better than cure, right? So in prevention of disease, so let food be your medicine. That's the proper popular proverb which we have to imbibe. Then the pharmaceutical and nutraceuticals are both billion-dollar opportunities, you know, both have. So despite this glaring fact, a good number of people who intend investing into this market ponder over the various differences between these two product segments. So pharmaceuticals are man-made substance and made from the rudiment of natural substances, which the body needs in order to function effectively and efficiently fight disease. and ensure good health. Whereas innovation in pharmaceutical have contributed immensely to the nutraceutical section of the health and fitness market. So eat and act. So when we say independently, eat and act. When eat well and act well, they are dependent. So nutraceutical is best for the country and best for the world. So you must be wondering that how this nutraceutical market is capturing hugely. You know, it will go up to 722.49 billion by 2027. So you can see because of rising awareness regarding the calories, and you can see in India, China, US, all people are becoming health conscious, and which in turn will grow this industry very fast. So you can see the global nutraceutical market in Asia Pacific, ROW, that is rest of the world, North America, Europe, and lots of bakery products in USA. Just see, it has gone up to so high level. You can see the cake, bread rolls, then pizzas, cookies, and pastries. So all these are capturing market or like anything. Then let us talk about Indian market. In India, the nutraceutical is more than 10,000 crore industry, and it is likely to grow at the rate of 15%. That is too good. So nutraceutical again, it falls under different categories. You can see the functional food, then dietary supplement, and the functional food, under which I have given this how much $1 billion business it is. So it is divided into 50 billion, 12 billion, 40 billion. So together with 102 billion Indian market. So there are sport drinks, fortified juices, glucose water, probiotics, fortified foods, mineral supplements, vitamin supplements. So many things are available in the market. If you go for shopping, you will get all these. And not only in shopping, you can go for the online shopping as well, and Amazon and other portal, Big Basket, Big Bazaar, and so on. You can see the tremendous growth in the nutraceutical, not only in India, it is through the APAC region, the Japan, China, and other part of the world. So according to Gazette, there are food supplement categorized as nutraceutical, health supplements, food for special dietary use, other than infants, and those products intended to be taken under medical advices, food and special medical purpose, and novel food. So you have to understand difference between food, nutraceutical, medicine, Ayurveda medicine, OTC drug. OTC means over-the-counter drug. Everybody is aware of, right? And there is tremendous growth in the packaging of, the packaging material plays an important role to make our products stable. So you can see nowadays everything we get ready to eat product and packed. Even if you get the packed dahi, packed juices, Tetra packs are available, right? MTR ready to eat food, dosa batter. You can see ID dosa batter. You can see the coffee also we are getting nowadays ID. So masala oat and all. Then who represents our aging segment? Because nutraceutical has become popular, because nobody would like to say that I'm older, I'm 70 years, 40 years. Just see the faces there. So can you see that he's 60, 70 of age, 70, 80s? So why? Because they are taking care of their health properly, because of what? NUTRA and other dietary supplement. You can see the Hema Malini and Madhuri Dixit, how young they look. They are born in 1948 and 1967, and just look at them, you won't come to know their age. Then after pharma and nutraceutical, let us talk about the medical device industry. So medical device industry, before medical device industry, I would like to take just 2 minutes break. I have to have water, and I will just stop. Thank you. And if you...
Madam, can you hear me now?
Just give me 2 minutes break.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Ramesh speaking. Can you see me? See my face?
and we have to really imbibe some skills and to how to become a competent. We will discuss about this. So medical device industry is a multi-product diversified engineering industry ranging from simple tongue depressor and glucometer strip to large radiology and electronic modules. Global market for medical devices is over US dollar 220 billion. So big sector this is. In India, it is relatively a small compared to rest of the manufacturing sector. But now in India, government has given many facilities and subsidies, and many people are coming forward. You might have heard about PPE kit, then the rapid test kit, and then the glucometer, then the thermometer, IR sensitive thermometers. There are lots of things, you know, the mask, N95 mask. Lots of opportunities are coming up in the medical device sector due to this pandemic and other. Because medical device and diagnostics are very easy to use. Even if a woman she wants to check whether she's a pregnant or not, you have the pregnancy kit available in the market. Prega kit, you must have seen the advertise. Now in old age people, you can check the glucose level,
Yeah.
BP. So everything is available as
Fort,
a diagnostic kit.
video
So the market is
the
growing very fast at the rate of 15 to 17 CAGR. So within MDI, the broad product classification, that exists are disposable, consumable, surgical instrument and implants, equipment and electronics, diagnostic reagent, domestic manufacturing, and so on. So medical device industry is an important component of the larger healthcare system, playing important role by developing new medical technologies which help to improve the ability to diagnose, treat illness. Before medical device manufacturers can market a new product, they must comply with the requirements of the regulatory agency which is responsible for regulating medical devices. So now you must have heard about there is a changes in MDD to MDR. MDD was the directive and MDR is the regulation. So in India also, MDD to MDR has changed. That is called MDR Rule 17, and we started implementing. All manufacturers in India have started implementing this MDD to MDR, and they have given 2 years because of COVID. 1 year it was increased. Otherwise, they were supposed to complete this implementation by May 2019, but May to 2020, but now it has gone to 2021. Similar is applicable to Europe as well. So why this is very important? Because medical device is used day in, day night. There are a couple of examples like bandages, medical thermometers, stethoscopes, disposable gloves, MRI, ultrasound, CT scan. There are so many equipment we are using in day-to-day life, and these are all important. Even if you go to dentist, so there are so many small equipment used for the by the dentist. Then you might have seen the pacemaker, then the total knee replacement, the hip plant, and so many things. And there are huge market. You could see the growth in medical devices, and by 2026 it has to be gone up. Very high demand will be for the medical devices. You will find all these images on website. So to become a medical device expert, you should have a thorough knowledge about what are the changes between MDD to MDR, how to implement, then how are the filings done in US FDA, 510K, PMA is a pre-market application. Then how you can go for the ISO 13485, the quality management system implementation. Then there is a conformity assessment. Then how to apply through Sugam portal in our CDSU and DCGI site. Then how to prepare device master file, plant master file, how the clinical evidence, risk management, biocompatibility. There are so many things to learn, in the medical device industry. And we offer very good program wherein we have covered everything in this sector. If you are willing to make career in medical devices, we have different course curriculum. And even you can go for a standard, institution wherein they can offer all these skilled program. So medical device job are very widely splitted into industry, like in the orthopedic, surgical instruments, stent, catheters, syringes, hypodermic needles, blood transfusion, then combined drug devices, medical devices. So you can see in API, pharmaceutical is divided into API formulation. We call it as bulk drug, drug substance, drug product. Then there are packaging material. Then there are excipient. So like that, biosimilar, biotech, vaccine, sera. So similarly, medical devices also divided into orthopedic, surgical instruments, stents, and so many implant, diagnostic, IVD kits. So there is a huge opportunity. This medical device industry can offer fantastic opportunities in life science professional, and who are already working in industry in pharmaceutical can also go for the medical device, because the regulatory knowledge and the quality assurance knowledge is required there. So you know that today's market is full of mobile application and other electronic devices that are able to provide people with instant health data and analytics. So this puts increasing pressure on the medical device industry to develop value-driven healthcare for the masses and maintain high level of technological invention. So there are so many companies you might have heard about: Johnson & Johnson, then General Electric, Medtronic, Baxter, Stryker, Siemens. These are the big giant player in medical devices and medical device equipment. And jobs in medical devices often appear to be quite similar to those in pharmaceutical and the biotechnology sector. But there are some distinct differences depending on the type of medical device being developed. So the multiple medical device jobs are existing in the industry. Only thing, you have to see how and where I can fit, and accordingly you can skill yourself and get into job. So there are job opportunity as a quality assurance and the regulatory affairs. So similar to pharma and biotech industry, you will find job as a QA job in the medical devices, and your QA officer or the QA manager role you have to play, and these roles are similar to our GMP. In pharma industry, it is called as good manufacturing practice, and in medical device, it is called quality management system, that is QMS as per ISO 13485 2016. And there are other ISO standard of 9000 series. So you have to understand all these standard, learn about the qualities of auditor, internal auditor, lead auditor, and go for the QMS or the QA role into medical device industry. Then QA teams make sure that the manufacturing process is outlined in technical file or regulatory affair when trying to gain the license or strictly followed. So regulatory affairs in medical devices is similar in pharma, but regulatory team will have to work with the regulatory agencies and the notified bodies. In pharma industry, we work with the US FDA, Europe, Canada, or the MOH. MOH is the Ministry of Health. Here there are notified body, competent body wherein we have to deal with. Then we have to strictly go through the quality guidelines, ISO standards, to meet the requirements as per the EU and the European and the US FDA guidelines. Then the manufacturing audits and the review of technical documentation are carried out by the regulatory professionals in order to get the CE mark. CE is the popular word when you want to enter your product into Europe. So you should get it marked as a CE. CE is a certificate of performance as per the European standard. And these are carried out by those in the regulatory affairs specialists. So CE marking consultant and the QA editor roles also you can play in this industry. But before that, you should have thorough knowledge about how to get this CE mark in Europe, or if you want to work for US, how to submit the pre-marketing application or the 510K application. Then quality control, as I discussed earlier, quality control role is pretty simple. It's routine work for testing, analysis, sampling and all. But in medical devices, the QC ensures that the device, be it a surgical instrument or X-ray machine, is of highest possible standard. So QC analyst and QC scientist role are example of typical job in quality control and are most mostly based on the laboratory quality testing, raw material, and in some cases the finished product. Then the QA manager job involve writing SOP and those more junior QC position to follow, then the HPLC technique and so on. So it is more or less similar to our pharma industry. Only thing here difference is R&D design, wherein the biomedical engineer or the engineers are hired, because design is very critical when we talk about the medical device. Just think about the X-ray machine, think about the MRI scan, think about the big machine where is engineering skills are involved. So the design engineers, also known as the research R&D design engineers, have specific role applied for the medical device industry. And design engineer job in the devices involve researching, designing, testing, and modifying technical designs for various medical devices before they are manufactured. Sometimes they will have to modify the existing design as well. So this role is very important, and these are highly paid engineers. So because they should aware of the technical engineering skills also, and the computer knowledge also, CAD, design, everything, they should have a strong knowledge about this design concept. Because in medical device, design concept is very important. Unless and until you design your robust device, you will not be able to get the CE mark or the conformity assessment or any approval to health authority. Then validation. Validation is equally important in pharma also and in medical device industry also. So now you must have heard about validation everywhere, like analytical method validation, clinical validation, computer system validation, you know. So validation plays an important role in any industry, and it is an umbrella, like validation is an umbrella term in many types of validation engineering job, such as equipment engineer, computer system validation engineer, cleaning engineer, process engineer, you know. So these are the engineers are responsible for ensuring that manufacturing process is validated by testing process equipment, such as manufacturing machinery, scientific apparatus, and so on. Then come to manufacturing area of medical devices. Manufacturing roles in medical devices include manufacturing associate, manufacturing operator, manufacturing engineering. Then manufacturing associate and operator role has broad range of responsibility that involve handling manufacturing machinery, reading and following SOP, ensuring that equipment is clean, and assisting production and packaging. Then the field engineering. Okay, this is also very important job. You see, this is specific to medical device industry. This job is not available in pharma industry, at least I have not seen. This field engineer job are concerned with the ongoing improvement of machine performance. In pharma, we call it as site engineer or maintenance engineer, which who helps in the production department. You know, because his duty is to see whether all the equipment are performed well, are maintained, and it's supporting. You know, each and every time if there is a repair, it has to be repaired, properly tagged. You know, if the machine or equipment is under maintenance, you have to properly label, and it should be given to the vendor. Suppose if it is an imported machine, some part are missing, then you have to wait for this, and there should be some buffer parts kept, has to be replaced, and their record has to be kept. Because we are working under GMP environment, and GMP will not allow you to miss out any points, records, logs, and everything. So similarly, in medical device also, field engineers also provide breakdown and upgrade support and ensure that health and safety is carried out on site. So if you are interested to make career in a medical device, do let us know, because there are lots of opportunities. Now coming to last part, that is how to acquire online knowledge to keep yourself updated. So this topic is very important, and everybody is aware of now, because see, we get all the information through the social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and so many, you know, YouTube. So, but beyond that, you should think that how do I enhance my knowledge through the different website, wherein, you know, it will be really worth to spend time instead of spending time in WhatsApp or TikTok or any other social media. I would suggest you to go through these 20 sites, and it is a wonderful sites, and I will share with you You can go for a TED. You must have seen the TED talks. There are beautiful motivational talks, the informative talks, going on the TEDx. So if you go for the TED education, that is TED ED site, you will get so many learnings on this website. So like that TED ED, there are Code Academy, Zen Pencil, Duolingo, Fast Company, Quora, Khan Academy, Coursera. There are so many things wherein you enhance, you get your knowledge, the guides. So these are the 20 sites wherein Wikipedia is most popular. I know everybody is using. But apart from this site, there are so many other, sites wherein you can really browse through all the magazine, articles, YouTubes, so many things. Now come to your CV, how to make CV, the curriculum vitae or the resume. So when you are going to make CV, it should be very, very, very attractive. Not only attractive, it should show that what you know is written in the CV. It should not be, written any wrong information given to the employer, because whatever you are writing in CV, that represents you. So please select a good format for the CV and write authentic wording about your skills, your accomplishment, your qualification, your experience. So how to write, how to make effective resume is a skill set required. Some 2-3 slides I have made for you just to give an hint, because this is not a purely CV session, but this what I felt this is important when you will select your career in future, how to write the CV and all, what type of fonts to be used, So these are the suggested fonts, and you can go for this. Don't go for these fonts, and use different fonts only if you want to make an impact. Like suppose if you have accomplished, you were awarded, by somebody. So there only you can make emphasize and impact of the word. Otherwise, simple black and white, you can use Arial, Verdana, or Times New Roman. These are the popular font size you can use to make your CV or to make your presentation also. Some CVs I have seen in the form of PPTX. So you have choice, but PPTX is used not only by the freshers, it is used by the experienced professional, because it should have only one slide presentation. Okay, so please keep in mind these are the CV format. You may select any of even your choice. Then 3 common mistakes what we do during writing CV. One is the language. I have seen many people language which is irrelevant to their profile and it does not matches. Then again, I have seen the CV of 6 pages, 7 pages. Why to write the Mahabharata or the Ramayana? Because you have to mention about your skill set, what is your qualification, what is your experience. Experience always starts from the current employer. Since you are the freshers, you will have hardly 1 page of CV, in which you have to mention your qualification and your achievements, your hobbies, and whatever, because you are fresher, right? So you have to write an objective hobbies and stick one nice photo, and just simple 1 page CV is enough for the fresher. But if you have really 5 years, 4 years experience, you can go up to 2 to max 3 pages. Don't go beyond 3 pages, because your CV should be very concise and the language should be relevant. Then you won half the battle you will be winning. Then the optimization. So you have to optimize the wording. So these are the common mistakes which I found in the CV, because CVs are generally selected on the keywords. So if you write proper keyword and if you optimize your language, by emphasizing keywords. Like say for example, if you want to say that you are global expert or you have hands-on expertise in CTV, or you are the lead auditor. So emphasize on that word, but the To become a lead auditor, you must have, gone through several phases. You must be having 10 plus or 12 plus years of experience. So in that wording, you have to optimize how to project yourself. It's very important. So write a word that mirror those used in the job description. Okay, and words that are commonly used within line of work. So this could be software certification or guidelines. Example, if you must be awarded and you have certified, by different organization, and so many things. If you want to emphasize, you add one more, sentence that please refer to this and give the reference and hyperlink. You can attach a separate document. Don't repeat in the CV if you want to emphasize on your certification or your extra knowledge or something like that. So that is important part. How do we optimize your CV? Then formatting. Many people say the first impression is the last impression. So formatting plays an important part. So sending a PDF, okay, may be able to read them, but Word document are much safer. So including header and footers. Using lengthy body paragraphs instead of condensing key points into bulleted points. Then using unfamiliar headings, stick to standard headings such as work experience. Correct? Then the borders, symbols, or special characters using more than one font or difficult to read. So use simple one font like I said, Times New Roman, Arial, or Calibri or font. So the CV in a nutshell should be of 2 to 3 pages max if you are experienced. If you are fresher, 1 or 2 page max. So too long CV will not going to get your job. So you don't have to write full kundali in your CV. So if you have any attachment like certificate and all, attach as a other attachment, but not in the main CV. Separate document you can attach and apply. Then how do you go for effective job hunt? Like you have to gather material, you have to find out the source, what to collect, what to eliminate. You have to really gather authentic material and the source of information. So these are the few points I have covered for the effective job hunt. One is research and preparation, and then updates. Be surely full update your most recent experience, new skill, customize, optimize, review, and other. So I will quickly finish my session within 5 minutes, and then we will open the session for the question and answer, because I know many people must be having many questions in their mind, and let us make that session interactive, because talking me alone will not going to helpful. But anyway, these slides will be very helpful in your career. So apart from other social media, LinkedIn is the best media, to get your job. So LinkedIn is a great way to broadcast the best bits of your CV or resume in a fully optimized profile. So most recruiters use social media to advertise job opportunities, and 70% of employees are using social network to screen potential hires. So if you are not on LinkedIn, please enroll yourself, create your account, and post your that you are looking for a job and all. And the employer who are on job board will see to your profile. So there are different job boards like Indeed, Career Builder, or Monster. There is science-based specific job for clinical staffing. So there are so many things which you should be familiar about, and how to get acquainted, how to upload your CV. So these are the job boards. Then you can directly apply also. You can go through the company's website, and there are lots of career opportunities you will see. You can upload. Suppose CIPLA, there are having many opportunities or the vacancies they will post on their website. So you go to CIPLA or Sandoz or any Amgen or any company you are willing to get job, you can go to their portal and upload your CV. And there is always email ID also provided for the HR person. You can directly send your CV to that HR person also. Then networking is very important, because through network also we come to know whatever jobs available in the market. then recruitment, getting the job, finding the job. So these are all important things you have to keep in mind. Now interview. Interview is the best part because preparation is the king, you know. So how you prepare for the interview, I will repeat, first impression is the last impression. So preparation should go beyond researching the company's history and products. So spend enough time for understanding, you know, the company's history, what types of medicine they are manufacturing, which all market they have their presence, you know, what are the technologies they are offering, indication therapies. So if you study well in advance before you get a call for interview, that would be really a good show for you to showcase in front of the employer. So also give the impression of being prepared by bringing along with a copy of your CV, notepad to make a note, and few of your own pre-written notes to refer during the interview. Then appearance is very very important. I have seen many people, they are nervous because they lose their confidence because they must have failed during last couple of interview and they have lost confidence. So don't lose your confidence even if you fail 10 times. Prepare for 11 times because those 10 interviews will make you very strong because all the questions being asked during last 10 interviews will be helpful to improve your skills to appear for the 11th interview. And you should self-introspect, self-analyze and develop yourself because and always keep in mind that avoid speaking about your previous employer. Don't say a single word negative about the previous employer or anything about negative because that will show your quality. If you are talking about previous employer, then when you leave my organization, you will talk bad about it. So that shows your quality. So never ever say negative things about your previous employer. Then while answering question, prepare for a star. Star is what? Situation, task, action, and result. So given a situation, what task you will, go for, what action you will take, and what will be the outcome result. So you can framework the star in your mind, like you prepare some potential questions into your mind and prepare by giving a situation, task, and action. Suppose if you are asked, tomorrow, if you have during the contingency approach, if you you have to work 12 hours, then how you will manage. So you put that question into the situation, task, action, and results, and prepare your answer. Suppose if given an opportunity to head the team of 50 people, so how you will manage the team of 50 people? Suppose if you have never handled 50 people, you don't have the leadership quality or something. So you have to face the challenges and you have to prepare a star, out of that question in your mind and prepare the answer like that. So like that you prepare 10, 20 questions, various questions based on your previous interview. So that you become better and better and better for the next interview. So this is the appearance. You can see it looks so nice, handsome, when you present yourself in front of the employer. Then asking question. You also should ask some question. You keep big question to ask to the employer. Don't ask that how many sick leave I will get, how many privilege leave I will be getting. Can I get chance to go abroad and all? These are the question which should not be asked during our interview. So please keep in mind, interviewer will expect you to have few questions, but you can ask like, given an opportunity, I would be very happy, to join as soon as possible. And you can ask if you are not aware of the companies, what is the turnover, and if this job is, if I'm engaged in this job, I will be, how I will have to focus to play my role, effectively. So will there be training provided to me or something like that you can ask. But the good question you should ask, don't ask leaves and, other things which will carry negative image. So these are the things which you have to keep in mind. Smile, eye contact, always maintain eye contact with the interviewer. Take deep breath if you are nervous. Generally, what happens during interview, they make you comfortable first, but still it is your duty also to be self motivated, be very positively handle the interview session. Smile should be always there on your face, eye contact and all. So there are postures are also important. Voice is also important, loud and clear. So if you are angry, don't show anger. Then modulation, punch. So this is or where to pause, where to tell answers fastly. Because see, it all depends on your body language. Don't move your legs or shoulder or back, or don't so these all parts of the body, like neck, hands, leg, shoulder, back, knees, everything is very, very important, and everything will be observed by the employer who is interviewing you. So the posture and the voice, these are the two things apart from your appearance, and this matters a lot during your interview. So be prepared, know your subject well, be flexible, buy time, take audience opinion. This way already covered eye contact, indirect message. So body language sometimes you give the indirect message, or you have to understand the indirect message from the interviewer as well. Okay, so that for that there are a couple of books about body language. You should learn the body language and the soft skill to groom yourself. So there are self-development program wherein you can, I will give the guidance which books to be referred, and groom yourself, personality development, and there are psychometric tests. So there are so many things available with us if you are really interested to groom yourself, self-development. Then there are a couple of human errors because of which some people get frustration, then lack of attention, memory and all. So very important as casual factor for human errors is you can do two things at once, but you cannot focus effectively on two things at once. Am I right? So this is observed by everyone. You can do two things at a time, but you cannot focus effectively on two things at once. Simple. Now I'm talking to you, and my focus is on my presentation. My focus is on what I'm speaking. My focus should not be there what question you are asking, or somebody is raising hands, or somebody is talking, right? Because my focus should be to the presentation, to talk to you on the topic which was assigned to me, right? So if I have to do multitasking, then my focus will be diluted, and there are tendency to make the mistakes. And that is how we learn from each other. We learn from your day-to-day experience. So multitasker make more mistake than the non-multitasker. So focus on your areas of expertise, become competent, and face the situation, face the world. So we lose around 30% of an average workday to multitasking ineffectiveness. So there is just so much brain capability at any one time. Divide it up as much as you want, but you shall pay a toll in time and effect. So distracted driving is responsible for 16% of all traffic fatalities and half. So this is a good example in USA. Because of distraction, the driving, there are lots of accidents are happening. Because if you are on phone, if you are listening to music, and if you are driving, so multitasking, right? You cannot focus on one thing. So that is why during driving or during study, you have to focus on the main subject. If you are driving, focus on driving. If you are studying, focus on your topic, your subject, your book, whatever. If you are playing, focus on play. So that is what, if you can do multitasking, there are more chances of mistakes happening. Then you should understand your capability from the learning gap. Like don't know to lack skill or knowledge, or the insufficient understanding of consequences. So I have written why. So you have to analyze yourself by asking why. Means memory gap. No, but don't remember. Sometimes what happens, you know everything, but don't recollect. Why? because unable to use skill or knowledge at time that is situation required. Why this is happening? Because of multitasking, because you are not able to remember lots of things are going into your mind. You are not focusing what the other person is saying. Now also I don't know out of all these participants how much you are listening. So you have to have very good listening skill first of all. If you are listening to me, you will remember, 50 to 60% of the topic which I have discussed during today's session. So it purely depends on how you learn, how you take this, forum, how you focus. Then inconsistency. How does it mean? Why? No, but variability, method or standard, inconsistent performance. And this is the very important criteria because in industry, people will see to that your performance should be consistent. You will be the good performer, and so that I can confirm you, because when we hire, we are kept as a probation period, right? 6 months or sometime we have kept for the 1 year as a probation. So when you will get confirmation based on your performance. So if you have inconsistent, suppose if you are taking many leaves, if you are telling lies, everybody. I have seen many people, they say, my mother is not well, my father is not well, sister, brother, everything is not well. Then someday they will say, my father is died, my uncle is died, or somebody. So they allow to die everyone, and they tell keep on lying. So but the employer is not such a fool person na, that every time he will trust on your life. So if you are telling the truth, and if you are in trust with the other colleague and the employer, you will have a good sustainability, because the sustainability, the validity, the consistency plays an important role in industry. Then application, no, but applied incorrect action, right? Why? Because suppose, simple, if you go to ATM machine, if you start removing 500 rupees or 1000 rupees, what it will ask? PIN. But if you give the wrong PIN, what will happen? It will go to incorrect action. Suppose if you type three times the PIN, it will be blocked, and you will never get the money out of that ATM machine. So there are several other factors which are responsible for the human errors. So try to avoid and ask yourself why this is happening, why this is happening, how I can overcome with it. Then sometimes we take the wrong decision, right? Wrong decision given in the given situation, because inappropriate decision and or the behavior. So sometimes, suppose if you are very angry on your boss, you try to intend to leave your job. Never ever do like that, because that situation might be in such a way that boss is also pressurized due to some other, other boss sitting on his head, and that is why he is pressurizing you. So, if he is continuously pressurizing, that means there is a too much workload, or the profit is going down, or something is wrong, and that is why the behavior is erratic. But you try to understand your bosses, your superior, and try to cooperate with them, and try to understand their position as well. And so, whenever you want to resign, whenever you want to think negatively about, whenever you want to take the decision, you should ask why, and you will get the answer. So, whenever you want to study, or whenever you want to, make yourself very strong, you have to read, execute, and record. So, these are the very important tasks. If you follow these three things, you will remember forever, and you will do not you will make very hardly mistake, I will see, because this is experienced by me. I'm there in 29 years in the industry, but when I read, execute, and record also, then only fix to my brain. Sometimes it is forever, sometimes it's at least for next 5 years I will not be able to fail, because when there is a will, there is a way. If you are really taking efforts to learn, execute, and record, then it will remain with you. So in all, preparation is very, very, very important. If you fail to prepare, then you are preparing to fail. So remember this is very important. So in every industry, quality, safety, and efficacy is very important. Each industry, whether it is pharma, medical devices, or NUTRA, quality, safety, efficacy plays an important role. And you have to learn about how to maintain those three factors in the industry and how to perform your best role in the industry, how to avoid these counterfeit drugs, and how to recognize this, which is the authentic one and which is the fake one. For this, you should have knowledge, right? Thorough knowledge, how the label should be, what the label indicate. So you should be able to rectify which one is the fake and which one is the authentic. So, in short, you should be able to connect the dots between whatever you are doing, whether you are writing CV, you are appearing for the interview, or if you are learning, you are, getting acquainted with a new skill, new knowledge. You should be able to, acquire the knowledge and connect the dots. So last but not the least, I will request you to invest your time properly, because time is money. Don't waste your single moment of life, because it is you, and you have to develop your career. You have to meet your career aspiration, and everything goes around you. So that is you, you, and you. You have to meet all those things, imbibe good qualities, and you should be self motivated. You should read, execute, and write. As I said, everything is important in your life. And I would suggest you to go for 4D principle, which is very important. 4D means the first D is a desire or dream. If you have a desire to meet your career aspiration, then you should see the dream. You should have your own desire, your own dream. The second is dedication, then determination, and fourth is destination. So the 4D means first D is desire, second D is determination, dedication till you reach to destination. And while acquiring this 4D, you have to have two P's in mind. The first P is passion. You should have passion to learn, passion to earn, passion to skill yourself. How I become a competent? How do I grab this job opportunity? That is a passion, but at the same time, you should have patience. That is the second P. So to meet those 4Ds, you should have passion on the top and patience at the bottom, because in between everything matters a lot, and what we discussed during this session. So success is nothing more than a few simple discipline practice daily, and failure is nothing more than a few small errors repeated daily. So there should be a continuous improvement, which is very important. And thank you for your kind attention. Thanks a lot. So it's never too late to start all over again. Thank you for your attention. So now I will just spend few minutes about to tell you about our courses. So RAAJ Global Pharma Regulatory Affairs Consultant and RAAJ Pharma e-learning, we are offering 12 industry job skill-based program in global regulatory affairs, in regulatory affairs in formulation, API, quality assurance, clinical research, pharma documentation, pharmacovigilance, medical devices, medical writing, patents, nutraceuticals. So there are 12 to 15 job-oriented courses. And once you go for this skilling program, you get the job 100%. And for those who are willing to enhance their knowledge in the subject, those who are already into job, those also can join such program and skill themselves, become a competent in different areas. There are hands-on training will be provided, and we offer this training based on the classroom training, in-house training program, and the e-learning programs. So the classroom now, due to COVID, classroom session will be on hold till everything will be normal in our life. So till that time, we have webinar e-learning program. So anyone interested to make career in pharma, NUTRA, or the medical device industry can join our skill-based program. We are offering various courses along with Shiva Institute of Pharmacy, and this is our institute, which is based out of Thane. So our main mission is what to empower the employees' productivity and skill development through relevant education or skill development and market-focused library program in life science, pharma, and healthcare industry, and to empower women who are willing to make second career in pharma, life science, and healthcare. So we have helped many second career women also to get into job again and start their work and meet their career aspiration. This is our quality policy. And let us talk about the Shiva Institute of Pharmacy. Shiva is a group of institutions which offers D Pharma, B Pharma, BA, MS, B.Ed, B Pharma practice, B.Tech lateral entry, and so on. It's a beautiful campus, situated at the Bilaspur, Himachal Pradesh. And as you know, Himachal Pradesh is such a beautiful place for the study, for stay, and everything. So such a beautiful environment you can see this. So Shiva Institute of Pharmacy is established in year of 2015 and offering undergraduate program in two disciplines, that is B Pharmacy and B Pharmacy Practice, that is a bridge course, and D Pharm, that is Diploma in Pharmacy. Shiva Institute of Pharmacy is located in pollution-free campus at Chandpur district, Bilaspur. Is well connected by all means of transport. And it is Shiva Institute of Pharmacy is called as SIBP, is affiliated to Himachal Pradesh Technical University, Hamirpur, and approved by All India Council for Technical Education, that is AICTE. And their main goal is to prepare the pharmacists for playing a key role on the healthcare team as the expert on drug products and their research. Institute aims to provide a quality pharmacy education to fulfill requirement of the pharmaceutical industry and help needs to the society. So Salient Future is a lush green environment, pollution-free, beautiful campus, highly dedicated and committed faculty members, excellent library, well-equipped labs, Wi-Fi enabled campus, scholarship, merit SC/ST student, auditorium, playground, good cafeteria, spacious, well-equipped, well-managed separate hostels for boys and girls. So Shiva Group of institutions are serving to fulfill their dreams for 2,500 plus students conducting degree and diploma courses in pharmacy, Ayurveda, education, and engineering. And these are some of the articles which are published by me. So we are going to start some, sessions along with Shiva Group of Pharmacy. And please try to take the advantage of it. These are the references from where I have gathered all the information for you guys. And once again, thank you very much for your attention. And now we will go through the question and answer session. I will close my presentation and we will open the question and answer session. Just give me a moment. Thank you very much.